what I have also nothing. Only thing I have is Srimati Radharani. And then Krishna put in the palanquin one side Radharani to weigh her with diamonds, jewels, pearls, sapphire stones. So all the Brajvasis, they bring their wealth on the other side and they weigh Srimati Radharani at the Dangar place where we were sitting and chanting the holy name. And it says that when it weigh, then Krishna give all the wealth to the poor Brahmana so he can very jubilantly have the marriage of his daughter. So Krishna is very kind to all of us. Only thing we are lacking is the sincerity in our approach to him. But with the association of our all previous acharyas and the wonderful eternal associates of the divine couple, as long as we will keep their association in Brajadham, our journey one day will become successful. So with those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful devotees who join despite so many household responsibility to give us the support. Ishwar Krishna Prabhu, Yamuna Sundari Mataji, Ivy Gautam, Ravi Pipilia Prabhu, Sneha Mataji, Govinda Gita Devidasi, Rohini Nandan Prabhu, Shekha and Pankaj Gupta, Sistastika Devidasi, Parmeshwari Devidasi. Also, I would like to request everyone, let's give 10 minutes of prayer for Parmeshwari Mataji. She has been sick, she has intense desire to join every day, but because of her health, she cannot join early. So let's give 10 seconds of the prayer so she can recover very fast. Hare Krishna. Amol and Smita Panchpande, Sitala Priya Devidasi, Sachinandan Krishna Prabhu, Saman Panchal Prabhu, Parmanand Hari Prabhu, Nandanandan Priya Mataji, Sugandh Raj Prabhu, Aradhana Devidasi, Manmatha Anand Prabhu, Sundari Radha Mataji, their wonderful son Rama Panda, Srinivas Acharya Prabhu, Girivaridhari Prabhu, Shriya Devidasi, Kasturi Mandiri Mataji, welcome back. She was visiting India. Nadia Kumar Prabhu, Hanuman Prabhu, Prathamesh Prabhu, Prabhulanand Madhav Prabhu, Sripad Lalita Devidasi, and their wonderful daughter Akshata, Janki Khan Prabhu, Labanga Latika Mataji, Tapti Ghosh Mataji, Rohit Mishra Prabhu, Pandurang Devdas Prabhu, Damodarati Mataji, Saraswati Mataji, Shumidra Radha Devidasi, Devendra Krishna Prabhu, Divyansan Saloni, Pranath Gopal Prabhu went to India, Haribo. Vraj Vinod Prabhu, Anand Vinodini Devidasi, Priyanka Mataji, Madhvi Gopi Mataji, Amal Atman Prabhu. I didn't see Rico Eli today, Haribo. Rupa Vilas Prabhu, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu, Sakhi Saran Devidasi, Anita Saha, Nitya Navli Devidasi. Nitya Navli Devidasi joined today at 2 o'clock. Haribo. Shri Kumar Prabhu, Shri Kansurvase Prabhu, Shri Nivas Charan Prabhu, Nishan Sharma Prabhu, Namanand Prabhu, Prem Vinodini Mataji, Abhay Prabhu, Shwedi Prabhu, Veena Mataji, Raga Bhakti Mataji, Vijay Keshav Prabhu, Tulsi Priya Mataji from Houston and from College Station, Jai Govinda Prabhu, Rajendra Prabhu, Uttam Bhakta Prabhu, Vallabhi Mataji, Badra Bharti Mataji, Sarvatarak Prabhu, Barsana Rani Mataji, Krita Lakshman Prabhu, Matangi Gopi Devidasi, Manoj Kapoor Prabhu, Karunamai Devidasi, Radha Charan Prabhu, Abhay Charan Prabhu, Shukruti Devidasi, Kamini Priya Mataji, Sankarshan and Majai, Sarmishta Sahi Mataji, Kanta Mataji, Vani Prabhu, Raja Ramdas Prabhu, We are missing Anjaneya Anita Mataji, Haribo. Shankari Kaur Devidasi, Kamlesh Dhingra Mataji, Radha Vallabh Prabhu, Shyam Sundar Prabhu, Hari Katha Devidasi, Rasa Keda Prabhu, Anand Radhika Devidasi, Advait Prabhu, Rajesh and Sweta. I think today Naveen Prabhu also joined. He came here. Amit and Prem Priya Padma Mataji, Balram Prabhu, Suchitra Devidasi, Rashmi. No, Rashmi Mataji. No. I didn't see her today. She went for vacation. Sorry, I forgot. Sisa Kapoor Mataji joined early. Lekha Mataji, Thaneswar Prabhu, Madan Mohan Kandu Prabhu, Murli Gopal Prabhu, Murli Manohar Prabhu. Murli Manohar Prabhu is joining before 2 o'clock. My humble obeisances. Rupini Padma Mataji, Arvind and Priyanka. Riya Saroha didn't join today, or he may have joined earlier. Pragya Nagpal joined today very early. Haribol. We are missing Gadadhar Chandra Prabhu for long. I will have to contact him. Leela Manjari Mataji. I didn't see Rati Prabhu today. Jai Sachinandan Prabhu, Pradima Mataji, Raghav Perumal Srinivas Prabhu, Prem Priya Padma Mataji, Balaji Prabhu, Raman Krishna Prabhu, Leela Mangala Devidasi, Radha Sevi Devidasi, Murli Mohan Prabhu, Shakti Mata Devidasi, Sri Devi Mataji. I didn't see Priya Kishwari Mataji today. Santida Radhika Devidasi. And Kishore Krishna Prabhu joined because he was traveling India. So he is back now. So with those thoughts, let's hear the Damodar ashtakam first before we will read from the Damodar ashtakam.
स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघो केषु भक्तैर्चितत्वा पुनः प्रेमतस्तां शतावृत्तिवन्दे। वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चन्यं वृणेऽहं वरिषादपीहा। वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधिं वा न चन्यं वृणेऽहं वरिषादपीहा। इदं देवपूर्णात् गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनसा वीरस्तां किमन्ये। इदं देवपूर्णात् गोपालबालम् सदा मे मनसा वीरस्तां किमन्ये। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं। रुक्मिणी केळि संयुक्तं पीताम्बरसुशोभितम् अवाप्य तुलसीगन्धं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। इदं ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या। इदं ते मुखाम्भोजम् अत्यन्तनीलैर्वृतं कुन्तलैः स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या। मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तादरं मे मनस्या विरास्तामलं लक्षलाभै। मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बरक्तादरं मे मनस्या विरास्तामलं लक्षलाभै। नमो देवदामोदरनन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाभिमग्ना। नमो देवदामोदरनन्तविष्णो प्रसीद प्रभो दुःखजलाभिमग्ना। कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं बतानो गृहाणि क्षमामज्ञं निद्याक्षिदृश्या। कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यादिदिनं बतानो गृहाणि क्षमामज्ञं निदक्षिदृश्या। कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमुक्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च। कुबेरात्मजौ बद्धमुक्त्यैव यद्वत् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च। तथा प्रेमभक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्ष शीघ्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ नमो शीघ्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह दीप्तिधाम्ने त्वदीयौदरायात विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयोदरायात विश्वस्य दाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमो राधिकायै त्वदीयप्रियायै नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाय तुभ्यं नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपम् लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमन नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले भ्राजमन.
Thank you very much, Saman Prabhu, for playing a wonderful Damodar ashtakam. So today we will be reading the Damodar ashtakam on text number 7. Yesterday we finished the text number 6. Kuvaratmajo baddha mrutvaiva yadvat tvaya mochito bhakti bhajo krutocha tatha prema bhaktim swakame prayacha namokshe groho mesti Damodaraya. O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Lal Kuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into great devotees by you, in your form as a baby, tied with ropes to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. So before we speak, we would like to offer our humble obeisances at the dusk of Satyavrata Muni, who has composed these beautiful prayers. It can lead us from little faith to the prema bhakti, attainment of love of God. Also, we should offer our humble obeisances to Narad Muni, because by his curse, this pastime was enacted. So Narad Muni has also played a wonderful role to give us a chance to glimpse into the wonderful pastimes of this Damodar Lila. So the attribute of aesthetic love called Prem Vises. Vises means attributes of Prem, or aesthetic love infuses one with great longing. In the course we have in Vrindavan, Narottam Das Prarthana, our prayers, we see this mood of longing is very much present within the prayers of Narottam Das. So when one has this mood of longing, one desires very intensely to be able to directly behold the Lord. Sakshat Darshan. Darshan means to behold or to view, and Sakshat means directly. So from longing, Prem Bhakti arises. The more you have this feeling of longing, the more easily you will be able to achieve Prema Bhakti. So we spoke about this longing or greed or eagerness, intense desire. These are all different degrees or subtle ways of saying the same thing. Hankering to see the Lord. In the nectar of devotion, there is a word, Lalsamai Pratana, which is the same point as longing. This word, Lalsamai, comes in Narottam Das Thakur Pratana many times. Longing for some perfectional stage after realizing something of one's relationship with Krishna. In other words, at this stage of Sakti or attachment to Krishna is the highest step or pad of Sakti, one becomes to have some sense of one's eternal identity. And so one begins to long for that perfectional stage when one can be very nicely situated in that serving mood that one has with Krishna. According to our individual nature, each one of us has a particular loving relationship with the Lord. We see in the nectar of devotion that there are different types of loving attitudes that one may have. Dasyarati, Shakyarasi, Vatsalyarati, and ultimately Madhuryarati. So this nature which we have, each one of us has at the present moment, it is forgotten. So we do not know what it is. So our attitude of service is now on the platform of Vaidhi Bhakti. Vaidhi Bhakti means there is nothing spontaneous. Just like we see on this certain level, we have to force ourselves to take interest in spiritual life. And we make little advancement. It does not require so much force. But neither do we know yet or have any sense of a particular serving mood. Just like it is seen in the small child. A small child sees so many relationships. A small child can see his mother and thinks that it will be so nice to have a baby like my mother. Then he sees the father and he thinks that this will be nice if I can go out and work like my father goes to work. And a small child sees the older brother and sister and thinks, this would be nice. I can have this type of mood. So beginning of our development, all the relationships seems to be very attractive. And we appreciate them. But as we make advancement and come more truly to our real identity, then it will not be like that. And we would rather prefer a particular relationship with Krishna. So longing for such a relationship is called Lalasamai Pratana. Pratana means prayers, and this comes at the stage known as Swarupa Siddhi. Siddhi means perfection. Swarupa Siddhi means perfection of our real self, identity. Pure bhakti is the only means for obtaining this Siddhi, the Lord's darshan, direct vision of the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. And Prem Bhakti is very perfectional stage. When one has achieved Prem, then one is fixed in one's constitutional positions. Again, this is my Guru Maharaj is speaking, so not that I am saying. Again, I say that at present, the kind of service we are doing is almost like practicing. In other words, it is the very beginning stage of devotional life. Just like we see sometimes a small child Mother is cooking in the kitchen and the small child is given a lump of dough to roll the chapatis. And child is making the chapatis. Does not even cook them practically. He just sought to be flattened out in a round shape. So keep them in another place and makes believe this. He also knows how to cook. So in this way we are practicing. A great deal of what we are doing is practicing. Just like we chant our rounds. Every day, everybody is here chanting 16 rounds minimum. You sleep at night and again in the morning chanting 16 rounds. Any improvement? Something, but very little. And any big realization? Something, but very, very little. That is our situation. So it is a little bit like a small child. Mother is cooking in the kitchen and the child is making chapatis. And then the mother is cooking and the child is making real genuine eagerness or enthusiasm, because it is still that we are doing devotional service almost at an offensive stage, or maybe even clearing stage at the best. So alasmai prathana, prayers of longing, this is a prayer for longing. This Damodar prayer is a prayer of longing. And by discussing it, as we are doing there, is some advantage, gain, because we can understand more clearly and truly what the mood of this prayer is meant to be. Now, sometimes if one has a vision, we discuss sin in the 7th verse. O Lord Damodar, just as the two sons of Kuvera, Manikriva and Nal Kuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narad and made into a great devotees by you in your form as a baby, less than a 3-year-old, tied in a rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this, and I have no desire to any kind of liberations. We have read about those liberations. Verse 1 is this, Sahujya Mukti, merge into the existence of God. And there are other 4 liberations that we Samipya, Salokya, Srasti. We can look like Krishna, we can live with Krishna, we can live with the same planet. We can have the attributes like Krishna. But still, Satyavrat Muni is not inspired by those mukti. So just like sometimes someone may have an advanced stage of bhakti, say on a Bhav Bhakti platform of love, one will get moments vision of Lord and next moment lose the sight of it. The devotee becomes submerged in the great feeling of separation from the Lord. And in that feeling of separation, the devotee begins to long even more strongly to be able to behold the Lord. If you are really, really thirsty, and if somebody just give like a 1 ounce of water, the thirst will not quench. But what it does, it will create more thirst. I want to drink more. So we have to learn to deal with those things. The little bit we drink, and then we want to drink more and more. That's nectar. And then you are deprived of it, then longing manifests that much more, much more. I want to drink more and more. Just as we see the Lord gave Narad Muni darshan in 1st canto. And Narad Muni described his situation. And then the Lord disappeared from Narad vision. And then Narad Muni felt very much hankering, longing to see the Lord. And this is actually a future of Prema Bhakti. One of the future of the Prema Bhakti is this mood of separation. Vipralamba Seva is called service in separation. Prabhupada has left us. We are in intense separation from Prabhupada. And if you feel that separation, we must dedicate our life for the purpose that he has come to the Western world. Then Prabhupada will be extremely happy. So in the Vipralamba Seva, two things are there. So when we feel separation from Krishna, the gopis, they feel sublime happiness in the meeting, in the separation. And when they meet, the desire, other vipralambha bhav come, the mode of separation. While they are sitting together, we see the example at the Prem Sarovar. Radha and Krishna were sitting together at the Prem Sarovar. And the bumblebee came, and Krishna was just telling one of the gopas to sway away that bumblebee from there. Radharani was sitting right next to Krishna, but she felt that Krishna has left. Even though they were completely united, and the tears start flowing, torrents of rain from Srimati Radharani, feeling the separation that Krishna has left. Krishna was sitting right next to Radharani. He saw torrents of rain coming from the eyes of Radharani. And Krishna started crying, just seeing how much devotion and love Radharani has. And these combined tears has made the Prem Sarovar. So, this separation and meeting, they each increase each other nature. In other words, why is there separation? To make the meeting sweeter. And when the meeting takes place, then there is separation happens. Separation becomes that much more bitter. So this increasing the longing. Although we say bitter, we say pain of separation. But these are all different manifestations of ecstasy. On high level, we can only describe them in somewhat negative terms. But actually, they are not negative in the material sense of negative. They are the goal. We should be crying at all the time. We wish we could feel separation. If they are really bad, then why will we want them? If separation is actually a bitter thing, then why would we be aspiring for the separation? But we are aspiring for it, and we have no separation from Krishna. We have nothing practically with Krishna. We neither have meeting with Krishna nor separation. So Guru Maharaj is saying, I give the example just like a mother is cooking in the kitchen and making chapatis, and little child is playing with dough, pressing little chapati cakes and maybe putting them here and there, making them believe that they are actually being cooked. But actually you cannot eat that dough. So our bhakti is like that. It is not nourishing at this stage. Real nourishment of bhakti will come when we become more advanced. But still we can see example of those who are healthy. of something, even if it's a shadow or reflections. So still it is enough to make us feel like going on. We get engaged in a nice kirtan, or we go out on Sankirtan. We have a nice preaching experience. We read some nice passage from book, and we feel some joy within our heart. And that gives us impetus to go forward. And when the devotee feels the mood of this separation, longing, this attracts Krishna very much. So actually, we need to learn to feel this way, because this will attract Krishna. It is said, see Krishna Karshini. You read in Nectar of Devotion the 6 symptoms of the Uttama Bhakti. 2 comes in Vaidhi Bhakti, 2 comes in Bhava Bhakti, and 2 comes in Prema Bhakti. And 1 which comes in Prema Bhakti is Sri Krishna Karshini. The Prem Bhakti is the level of bhakti required to attract Krishna. When someone is Prema Bhakta, Krishna becomes drawn like a magnet to that person. He can't resist. Krishna just can't resist. He is a pushover for the Prema Bhaktas. And that is why it says that he does not avoid Prema Bhakti very easily. Because when someone has Prema Bhakti, Krishna becomes helpless. He is totally surrendered in the hands of such person. So it is said Krishna will give liberation, no problem of mukti, no problem for material opulences. All these things you can easily order. But Prema Bhakti, he hold on to it very tightly. There is a wonderful pastime. Krishna was staying in Dwarka, as we have heard. I have said this story many times, but nothing wrong to repeat. So Krishna became so jubilant one day, and he mentioned to Narad Muni, please announce in all Dwarka city that everybody can come and ask anything they want. I'm ready to give whatever they want. So big line happened. Narad Muni was sitting right beside Krishna, watching the interactions. So one by one the people will come. One will say, Krishna, I'm very poor, give me. Krishna says, Tathastu. Someone will say, I don't have a son. Krishna says, Tathastu. I'm suffering, Krishna. Please relieve me from the suffering. Krishna said, Tathastu. But some people come and they said, Krishna, we want your devotion, bhakti. Then Krishna will direct them to the next room. He said, please be seated in the next room. So this happened. The long line came. People used to ask different things. And Krishna was rewarding everybody. But when someone was asking for the bhakti of Krishna, he was putting them in a separate room. Wait, why? And then Krishna revealed to Narad Muni, I can give everything. I can give wealth, I can give beauty, I can give education, I can give everything. Only thing I hold is bhakti. So why he holds that bhakti? Because once he gives the bhakti to his devotees, he becomes devotee servant. And this is how this wonderful Lila in Vrindavan is so glorious, because Krishna never present there as a God. He carried the shoes of Mother Nanda Maharaj. Whoever says anything, nobody feels that he is God. That's only happened in Vrindavan. So before he gives the control of his life to the devotee, he just wants to make sure that person will never misuse the boon that he has given. So he is very selective whom to give the pure bhakti. So now the question will naturally realize that how an offender like me, the person who is reciting the prayer says, Satyavrata Muni, how can an offender like me ever aspire for such an exalted goal as Prema Bhakti? For he is feeling himself to be very lowly, although actually by his prayers we can see greatly qualified person. But one of the qualities of such a highly qualified person, he feels himself most unqualified. So he is thinking, how will I ever be able to qualify myself to achieve this Prema Bhakti when I am such an offender? And then immediately the answer comes. He answered his own question by thinking that Krishna is Bhaktavatsal. As we see the story today, during the meditation, the poor Brahmana, he gave wonderfully so he can have the marriage of his daughter gorgeously. Krishna's nature is that he is very, very kind to his devotees. So he will have pity upon me. He will be compassionate upon me. And he will award me Prema Bhakti, even though I am so highly unqualified. So now let us consider this prayer which emphasizes or which describes the deliverance of Manigriva and Nalkuvera. The word Kuveratmajo, the son of Kuvera, Baddha Mrutvaiva, indicate the Sri Vigraha, the deity form which was bound. The murti of the deity was bound. The form of the Lord was tied to a grinding mortar with ropes of Mother Yashoda. And Krishna dragged the mortar in between the twin Yamala Arjun trees and brought the tree down. Do we know that these were formerly demigods and they had been cursed because of their inappropriate behavior? They were bathing naked with ladies, and great sage Narad Muni came, and they did not feel any shame, so he cursed them. But a saintly person like Narad Muni never in any way does ill to anyone. So he gave them a boon, that you will be delivered when you personally see the form of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then you will be delivered. So what happened? The two demigods came out of the tree that had fallen, and actually they were delivered. They were delivered, but better than delivered, they were given Prema Bhakti. This is indicated because it is clear from the verse of Srimad Bhagavatam 10:10:42. Krishna is speaking, O Nalkuvera and Manigriva, now you may both return home, since you desire to be always absorbed in my devotional service. Your desire to develop love and affection for me will be fulfilled. And now you will never fall from that platform. So, so many times devotees says that, we fall down from the spiritual world. Is there any way that once we go back again to the Goloka Vrindavan, is there any possibility that we may fall down? Krishna is giving now the answer to that questions. That if you go back, and why we will not fall down? Because we will remember the suffering of this material world. And when we go to the spiritual world, there is so much happiness is there. Then actually we will realize that how rotten the life was on this material world. Then never the thought will arise in our heart to become separated from Krishna. So this indicates that the great fortune of this Sakshat Darshan, direct seeing of the Lord, if by seeing the Lord or if by touching the Lord, they saw the Lord in forms of trees. They touched the Lord because the Lord went in between the two trees. They got direct associations of the Supreme Personality Godhead. They did not get liberation. They got much more than liberation. They got Prema Bhakti. So they were not only delivered from Narad Muni curse, they were also delivered from sansar, the repetition of birth and death. Now there is a word, bhakti bhajo krutoja. Bhakti bhajo means that they took shelter in bhakti as a supreme goal. How can we say supreme goal unless we dedicated our main activity for that goal? Otherwise, it's not the supreme goal. And we have to do this. We have to be very, very wary of the fact that we may be taking shelter of something other than Uttama Bhakti. We can analyze our life and we can see very easily where our prime goal is, where we are putting most of our time. That's the goal. So, the greatest fear of the devotee is that he or she will allow any symptom of jnana or karma to enter into the bhakti. And we have to see even bhakti itself. There are different ways in which different impurities come. Little bit deviation, little bit asatsanga will derail us from the path of bhakti. Be extremely careful whom you associate, what you talk, what you think, and what you do. Everything has some effect. So there are problems which enter from the past pious actions. We get wealth and fortune. And even from our own bhakti, there are dangers. Following comes. Fame may come, respect may come, and all of these things can lead to do so many deviations. Don't get trapped into these things. That's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has said, Tranodapi sunichena, tarorapi sahisnana, amadina manadina kirtaniya sadhari. Don't expect any respect, but give all the respect to others. If you don't want to fall down from the positions we are in. So the devotee is always guarding very carefully the bhakti, and he wants to make Uttama Bhakti is his only goal. And he constantly does things which from material point of view may be seeming to be strange to the materialistic people. So in other words, just like someone comes in the room and we offer them a seat, and they say, I won't take this seat. From material point of view, it makes no sense. First of all, it is more comfortable to sit on the chair. And someone has offered the chair and yet we reject the use of the chair. Why? Because we think in our mind that this is more humble position to sit on the floor. And if I take more humble position, I will make more advancement. And I want advancement. Never mind if it's uncomfortable. Never mind it is humbling in any way. It will be for our own benefit spiritually. So we have to be able to make this type of decision, not just once, but it happens many times in a day. We make the choice every single moment. We are making the choices, what we want to do and what we select to do. It is our choice. We should be in a full control of our life. So we should choose those things which can be beneficial to our bhakti and which may, if we choose wrongly, will be detrimental to our bhakti. So we have to be extremely careful. And in proper mood of prayer with good association to remind us of this, the chances are that we will select those things which may be detrimental for sense gratification. Even one may be sense gratification. What is sense gratification for someone may be great austerity for another. Raghunath Das Goswami, to take more than a little bit of buttermilk was sense gratification. But if we do not get our belly filled up once or twice or 3 times a day, we think we are dying in agony of separation. Rebo. We can't miss 1 day of meal, So unfortunate. We should eat only when we are hungry, but we have a scheduled time. Even though we are hungry or not, we sit down at breakfast, we sit down at lunch, we sit down. If we do not sleep 6 hours, just like somehow my Gurudev is saying that he woke up at 1:30 a.m. in the morning and was in so much anxiety because he has to give seminar in the morning and another class in the evening, and he slept less than 4 hours. So what I'm going to do? I have to take more rest. But for Haridas Thakur, the 6 Goswamis, there was no questions like this. They did not worry all about these things as they were completely on a self-realized platform. So elevated platform. They are all siddhas, all completely perfect. But they are acting as sadhakas to show us nice example that we can aspire to follow. Otherwise, Haridas Thakur chanting constantly 20 to 23 hours a day. Raghunath Das Goswami doing 2,000 times Dandavat to the devotees. And we are reluctant to offer the obeisances to the deities. How fallen we are. We can't imagine take as much buttermilk to drink and live on as could be in a thin lip ball. A little bit of buttermilk. That's what Raghunath Das Goswami, he was a multi-billionaire. I was listening to the class and I think Radhanath Swami was saying that he was so filthy rich that Majumdar family, Govardhan, they have billions of dollars in today's currency, but they give up everything. There must be some lesson that we should learn. Money doesn't bring happiness. It's bring more misery. So one time what happened, that because Raghunath Das Goswami, he will just take in the 1 cup only. So devotee felt, let me find that leaves cup bigger than that because he will accept only 1 cup. So they got the big cup. And when Raghunath Das Goswami saw that big cup, he knows that where did he got it. So he asked the devotee, where did you find this leaf? And the devotees right away said, it's from the Chandravali town. And Raghunath Goswami just impure. Our thought process has the effect what we accept from somebody. So we have to be extremely careful. And why this example that they exhibited in their life? Just to teach us how chastised we have to be. Very chaste to our spiritual master and dear Srila Prabhupada movement. And we will read that what was the level they have. He was just meditating all day long on the lotus feet of Srimati Radharani. And to hear that someone has taken something from that village where Srimati Radharani rival is from, he immediately become upset. That's the mood of bhakti. No matter what may happen, this is the word bhakti bhajo krutocha. Bhakti bhajo is someone who cannot give up this mood of bhakti no matter what may happen. They cannot be shaken from their positions. no matter what, even at the risk of losing their own life. They will not be induced to give up this bhakti. So the point being made is that these sons of Kuvera, who were offensive previously, who were enjoyer, now because of Sakshat Darshan, because of this direct view of the Lord, they have become transferred into Bhakti Bhujo. The devotees whose interest is only Prema Bhakti. The person offering this prayer, this is the point he is making. Look, my Lord, what have you done for them? They have got this. They had begun as a sense enjoyer, drinking, and you have raised them to such a high level of bhakti. So what is the point? Please give me that bhakti. That is what I'm asking for. Satyavrata Muni is praying like that. As you have done it for them, you can do for us also. Tatha prema bhaktim shwakame prayacha. As you avoided to these two sons that thing, please give it to us. Swakam. Swakam is exclusive shelter of your lotus feet. That is what I want. I don't want anything else, or you should be only object of my devotion. This is the meaning of Swakame Prayacha. Unto me, Prayacha. Yacha means please give. And pra comes from the word prakshena, with the profuse intensity. Please give me with great abundance this prema bhakti. This is what the Satyavrata Muni is praying for. So we have reached our time. On Saturday we go read up to 7:15. So it's our time for question and answer, reflection, correction, chastisement. And I think I would like to wrap up at not go until 7:45, only up to 7:30, because we have to get ready and Maharaj will be giving class at 7:30 at the temple. So as usual, I will give you the 20 seconds to see that any enlightened soul would like to share something or ask any questions that you may have.
Prabhu, I have a question. My apologies if this is going to be, an ignorant question. When you do a lot of this chanting, at times for me gets a little boring. In that case, do we switch it to reading and then come back to chanting again? What is your advice on that?
Yes. Yeah, you should, keep always like, I didn't bring it, but I always keep the Narottam Das Thakur songbook. It's a wonderful tool that you can always dwell on it. Like I do when I chant, I read the scriptures, I read the verses, which induce the more intensity to chant very nicely. So yes, we should read once in a while when you feel unattentive. You can use those things. Yes, definitely. You can walk, read. You can hear bhajan or anything that can bring you to the alertness that you need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Wonderful question. Wonderful question, because at least you are realizing that I'm not attentive, which is a great thing. So many like me, I can talk about me. I never even realized that I'm not attentive. I wasted so many years of my life. So it's so nice to see the question like that. So this is wonderful, Prabhu. Anything else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam. Prabhuji, you are explaining, Damodar ashtakam. So, it's from which book, or you are writing your own explanation?
No, that's what I share with me, that I used to listen the classes for 4 or 5 times. And my realization was that still I was missing so many points. So when the Kartik month started, I thought that let me transcribe my Guru Maharaj lectures on Damodar ashtakam. So that's what I did. That I will play his lecture and I will write down word to word, stop, play, stop, play. 30 minutes of class take about close to 4 hours. And I think there are two devotees, Sikha Gupta Mataji and Sarvasakti Devidasi. They have also helped me on some of the verses. So this is the class given by His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj on Damodar Ashtakam. Very profound and it's very enlivening. If you dwell, he made so wonderfully that how this progression of the prayers is taking place. And it shows us the path that how we should also improve. First, Priyavarta Muni was asking even the liberation. He wants to have, first he didn't ask for the face-to-face darshan. He was asking that please come in my mind and heart. But then on the text 4 and 5, he was asking all the boons. But on the text 6, he realized that those boons has no real value. So now we see on the 7th verse, he is asking nothing else but the pure devotion. So this was very nice, immense absorptions of the words of my spiritual master. And I just take up as a service in the month of Kartik. So, yeah.
Yes, so nice and so.
Yes, it is very nice. I have transcribed many Maharaj's classes, which I like it, because that way I can absorb in their association. You know, the prolonged association of those saintly persons always impact our life and thoughts. So I have taken up this like since I have started writing, I have that my whole basket is full, that whole pile. And I think all this Parker, the refill, the thick one, it won't last more than 2 weeks. That much I'm writing something to dwell more on this subject matter. And it has really helped me. I remember on my final years of engineering, we used to write on the slate, you know, black slate and pen. So you can write and wipe it off, write and wipe it off. And it has really helped me. So why can't I use in the devotional life? Is it okay, Mother?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Thank you very
So,
much.
do you have the record still, right, Prabhuji?
Yes,
Could you please send me this record?
sure. I will send it to you.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Anybody has any question, comment, corrections? So wonderful devotees are there. We have 7 more minutes left. Anybody would like to share anything? If nobody come forward, I will ask my dearest friend. We met just for one time, but he is sincerely taking up. Balaji from LSU. Balaji, are you there? Would you like to say something? Jai Satchidanand Prabhu, are you there? Haribol. So now we will go to Mother Sparkle. That's Suchitra Devidasi. Are you there, Suchitra? Krishna Prabhu. He just came back from the Indian trip. Maybe he has something to share with us. Sudhir Prabhu, are you there?
Hare
Or
Krishna.
Sakhi Saran Mataji? Any one of you? Sakhi Saran Mataji didn't go, so I'm thinking to listen from Sudhir Krishna Prabhu. Hari Bol Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hari Bol.
Mandala.
Hari Bol. Please share
Uh,
something, Nectar.
uh, just appreciation, Prabhuji. Very, very grateful for all your association and everyday morning inspirations. It definitely helps to stay on track. And like you said, mind is so chanchal; it just keeps going here and there.
Hmm.
And I have observed the days that even when I don't join the call, and like even like if I have few rounds left, there is a big difference between chanting in association of you and all the devotees.
Hmm.
And even if I miss, I'm hearing the recordings that you record, and again listening to that is very helpful.
Hmm.
And whatever you showed, like looking at the chart and actually reading and focusing on the mantra,
Hmm.
that is making a very big difference. And
Wonderful.
definitely, there is a shift in consciousness as well when we chant in the morning, and
Hmm.
it just helps in our
Wonderful.
devotional life. So
Thank
very
you.
grateful to you, and thank you so much.
No, grateful to all of you because I'm a useless person, retired person. I have nothing to do, But you guys are working in that corporate world and still you join. So I'm really in debt to you all for your kind association, everybody. But thank you very much, Sudhir Krishna Prabhu. Let's see. Let's see.
Prabhu, if
Thaneks
when I'm
Prabhu.
not talking, I want to ask a couple of questions, Prabhu.
Sure, go ahead.
So, a simple question. What is the meaning of Krishna? I mean, just the word Krishna.
Yes. Krishna means all attractive,
All attractive.
who attracts everyone. Yes.
So, what do you say the right way would be the true follower of a Krishna? I mean, who is the correct person who is following Krishna, follower of a Krishna?
The follower of a Krishna, you see all our sampradaya, all our Guru Parampara, you see and read their life, and they are the perfect follower of Krishna's message. They have not only just read and understood the message of Krishna, but they have exhibited from their personal life. They live by the principle. There is no duplicity. Whatever they do is just they mold their life like that with all the virtues and good qualities. So they are the real follower of Krishna.
And we were just watching last night one movie, Prabhu. This is just an abstract question, but we were just watching a movie last night, and then based on that, I want to ask you one question. So in this material world, let's say, we came here and we are going in the Krishna conscious way, and we are eventually we uh, uh, we are in a good path and all this stuff. So let's say, what if we committed any big crime here, Prabhu, or let's say we committed murder or any big crimes, or even, let's say, um, suicide or something like that. What happens to those souls, Prabhu? I mean, like they are. I mean, I know you did mention about a couple of things last time when you were here, but I just wanted to ask what happened to those who are committed suicide or murdered or something like that.
There is always any action that we perform, there is a reaction for it. If you kill someone, then they will kill you in the next birth. And for the suicidal, those things, it says that we have no right. Who has given us the life? Krishna has given us the life. So he has the choice to take away our life. We should not intervene his plan. When we intervene the plan of Krishna, there is a great suffering. So those persons who do the suicide, their life is, next life is hellish. Sometimes they don't get the body even, and they become ghost because they didn't follow whatever the situation we have to live. We should never think about suiciding, giving up our life on our own, because we have no choice. That means that we are not having any faith in Krishna. We want to disobey his order. No matter how suffering the life may be, we have to leave it, because once we take the suffering, we are purifying our all the sins that we have done the misdeed in the previous life. Krishna will never give you anything which we don't deserve. Just remember, he will never give you any hardship if you don't deserve. Every suffering comes to in our life is because of our misdeed in the previous life or in this life. Otherwise, that's the reason that if you purified yourself, like today in the morning we were reading some quotes from the Prema Vivarta book by Jagdanand Pandit, and he was saying that even when we take the Diksha, if the initiate disciple remain fixed, the sins are destroyed at the time of Diksha. All the sins are destroyed. But because we don't remain vigilant on the words and our surrender to our spiritual master, all this reaction again come in our life. So everything happens in our life, we have to take complete responsibility. It's not that something undue comes in our life. It just comes to purify our existence. That is it.
Yeah. Even if you're going through a lot of physical pain and or something like that, then it is all.
Yes, no matter whatever the pain we are going through, we have to accept that pain. So it's not that, okay, because of the pain, let's take some medicine and end of our life. That's not the way we should end our life. We should completely remain surrendered, and that's the reason we should take shelter of the holy name. So that holy name will reveal us the really joy, that even though your body is suffering so much pain, you will be always jubilant from your heart, because who we are not this body. We are spirit soul. And as long as the spirit soul within our heart is jubilant, happy, we can take so much suffering in the material world without any difficulty. This is what you see the life of Haridas Thakur. He was beaten up at the 22 marketplace so heavily. But did he feel any physical pain in his body? No. He was transcendental. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed that Lord is so kind when he sees that unnecessarily they are beating up. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the one who was taking all this pain and suffering. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu take it out his soul.
I can't hear you, Prabhu. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
You are muted, Prabhuji.
Hello. Oh, yeah, exactly.
He is our maintainer. He is our sustainer. And if we live the life like that, depending on him, our life become always successful. So today I will have to cut it off. I know that Thaneswar Prabhu I call, he was also there. Thaneswar Prabhu is a wonderful devotee. He just started, and new life, and he is so determined helping. I think that one of the thing I will say to all, that during the Srila Prabhupada time, everyone join in the movement. The first thing they used to do is clean the pot in the kitchen. Cleaning the pot, cleaning the heart. And I think I'm so happy to see Thaneswar Prabhu, he's taking up the role. He is so working hard in the kitchen, assisting to keep everything clean. May Krishna bless him. So, due to the time limitations, I would like to stop at this moment. Otherwise, I'll be late. So, thank you very much again. Looking forward for your kind association. If Krishna's give us the life, and if we are living, then we will be joined. So, by Krishna's grace, if he so desire, we will see you on Monday morning. With those thoughts, I would like to offer my humble obeisances at the desk of these wonderful devotees who take so much austerity on a daily basis to join from Aurora, Illinois, Cartondale. Prabhuji, Rupa Vilas Prabhu, I have sent you my feedbacks on your chanting. I hope that you can see that if you can implement some of the things, will give you a very nice platform to go deeper and deeper in chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Prabhuji is a professor over there from Houston, from New Jersey, from India, New Virginia, Boston, Boise, Atlanta, Austin, Alachua, Tempe, Phoenix, College Station, San Jose, Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Naperville, Philadelphia, Charlotte, Baton Rouge, Baltimore, Portland, Dhaka, Bangladesh, Orlando, Jacksonville, Ohio, St. Louis, and New Delhi. Vanchakalpatarubhasya kripa sindhu bhayavacha. Patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you very much, and please pray for me. I have to give a one session at 10:30. With your blessings, some good words may come that can touch the devotee's heart. So I'm begging you at your lotus feet. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you very much.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.
Prabhuji, it would be Zoom class. You are doing 10 o'clock.
Yeah, you can join on the link on the,
Yes, Prabhuji,
Yes.
send us.
my class is at 10:30, I think. Huh?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
I'm gonna log off.